Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rohit Khurana, your host on Intellect Digest, and we have with us the Xonphone or Xonphone 5 from Oplus Technologies, and this has been launched in India with Snapdeal exclusively. In this video, I'm going to answer all your doubts that you have on your mind regarding buying this phone, and I'll talk about all the features as well as the aspects that matter to you as a consumer. I'll talk about the design, display build quality. I'll give you some gameplay demo to show you how the screen performs. I'll show you the video playback from YouTube. I'll also show you the display quality specification features. I'll also show you the camera quality as well as how well the front camera performs. Yes, it does have a front camera. I'll talk about the overall value for money and whether this phone is worth it for 8,000 bucks or not. Let's get started. I'll start my review with the design and build quality of this phone. In terms of hardware, it gets a 720p 5-inch high definition display at front, as you can see, and the colors are coming out really nice. This phone is fairly responsive. It gets 3 touch capacitive buttons at the bottom. These are standard home, back and menu key. On the front you get a standard earpiece followed by a 2 megapixel camera here. There are also few sensors which are ambient light sensor or proximity sensor, etc. On the right hand side you get a power key which is finished in this metal finish, and this side is actually solid metal. I can tap on it and feel it. It's fairly solid and feels very heavy and sturdy. On the other side you get the volume rocker keys. These are again finished in metal. In terms of build, I really like the way it feels. On the rear you have an openable back which comes with dotted finish, something similar to what we see on the Samsung Galaxy S5, but this is not as rich in the look, and it is also slant compared to the straight dots that we get on the Samsung Galaxy S5. There is an 8 megapixel shooter camera which is at the back. It comes with LED flash, it comes with autofocus and is fairly good. I'll give you a camera test in a while, so stay tuned. On the top we have a 3.5mm audio jack followed by a charging port. This is a micro SD port which can also be used for charging as well as data syncing. On the bottom we have a standard microphone hole, and there is an indent provided here to open up the back flap. So let me open the hood and show you what lies beneath. So this back comes off, and under the hood you have a 2000 mAh battery. This is fairly large battery, and you have 3 slots here. 2 SIM card slots, one standard size, one micro SIM, and 1 slot for micro SD card. You can expand the memory. It does come with 16 GB internal memory, but in case you want more memory you can add a micro SD card of up to 32 GB capacity. The back fits in very nicely and snug, and this is just 7.8 millimeters in thickness. This is the same thickness as we see on the Samsung Galaxy S4, just to give you a benchmark when it comes to the size. It is fairly easy to hold. It's fairly handy, 5-inch size, almost perfect for a daily usage. After the design and build, I'll also take a few seconds to talk about what it comes with. So right in the box you get this phone, and it comes with a screen protector pre-installed. I have removed it because I don't like screen protectors on the phones. Apart from that, it comes with good quality earphones. These earphones look notoriously similar to the Apple iPhone earphones from the previous generation iPhones, and they sound really good too. The FM radio lacks bass, but when you are running music from YouTube or in the file manager from music application, it really sounds very good. The bass, treble, etc. is very balanced and they sound really good. They come with good quality cushions, so there is a slight rubber with metallic mesh, and there is also inline microphone. Apart from that, there is no flip cover or any other accessory. You get standard wall charger and a micro USB cable for charging. That's all in the box, along with a user guide and a warranty manual. Interestingly, for warranty, Snapdeal is providing pickup and drop facility from the customer's premise in case this phone requires any service. After design box contents, let me jump right to the display and the screen touch responsiveness. As you can see, this screen is fairly responsive. The touch response as well as the performance of the phone is fairly blazing and fast. I really like the way it performs. It gets a 1.3 GHz quad-core CPU. I'll come to the specifications in a bit, but I want to show you how the screen performs. So I'll run a few games, not for very long, just a few seconds. So I'll run Subway Surf and Frontline Commando just to show you how well it performs when it comes to touch inputs, how well the colors come out to be, and how well it performs on graphics. The graphics are coming okay here. Not exceptionally good, but not bad either. Considering that it is just an 8,000 rupees phone, I don't mind getting this sort of graphics. The colors are very rich and nice. Let me quickly jump to the next game, which is the Frontline Commando 2. And here we are with the Frontline Commando. As you can see, there is some jerkiness in graphics on this game. It's fairly graphics heavy. So let's try and shoot some enemies. The control is precise, but the frames are a bit choppy or jerky here. I'm able to shoot well, but I can't ignore the jerk or the frame drops that I'm facing here. One thing I like about it is that the colors are coming out to be very rich, but the graphics are not as high in performance. Moving forward, I'll show you the camera performance of this phone and show you how well the rear 8 megapixel camera performs. It is a touch to focus, autofocus camera, so I can quickly touch on the frame where I want to focus and shoot. It's fairly fast and comes with a lot of options. So you have HDR, flash control, and you have scene modes which are on this side. You also have other settings like the exposure settings, geotagging, white balance, etc. Let me quickly show you how the picture has come out. So this is a click of this box that is right in front of me, and as you can see, the clarity is fairly good. So the 8 megapixel camera gives natural colors. As you can see, the colors coming out on this picture as well as on this object are almost identical. The display and the camera is working well in tandem when it comes to performance of camera. Let me also show you the front facing 2 megapixel sensor camera, so which is right here, as you can see, this dot. And this also works well if you want to use it for occasional video calling as well as video conferencing. Now after camera, let me show you the video playback and tell you how well it performs when it comes to playing videos on this phone. This is a 5-inch high definition display, so you must be willing to play some videos if you are using a 5-inch display phone. So let me quickly stream a video from our channel. I'll turn the volume to maximum so that you can hear the loudness of the speakers which are right here at the rear. And in this video I'm going to review the My Passport Ultra from WD or Western Digital. This is a popular as well as affordable USB portable drive. We have it with 1 terabyte capacity. You can get it with 2 terabyte. As you can hear, the speakers are fairly loud as well as the viewing angles are great. This is a very steep angle and still the colors are not fading. As you can see here, you can see the display from extreme angles and it does not turn dull or bad. This is exceptional for a phone which is priced at around 8,000 rupees. I really love the display, the gaming as well as the performance that it is giving me overall in terms of color balance. Now let me quickly give you some benchmark tests to show you how well it performs when it comes to the overall performance ratings. We ran Antutu benchmark and we got a score of 17,445. This is not a bad score at all for a 8,000 rupees device. Let me quickly show you the device info so that you can see the details here. As you can see, it runs Android Kitkat 4.4.2, which is a big plus. You have the latest Android software running on it. It has high definition 720p display, as you can see here. A MediaTek 1.3 GHz quad-core CPU which comes with 4 cores, and there is a Mali 400 GPU. When we are talking of GPU, let me also give you the graphics performance benchmark. This is the Nina Mark II test that we ran and we got a score of 48.7 frames per second. This is also not bad. As you can see here, it is run by Mali 400 GPU. This means that you can play most moderate to heavy games on this phone and it will not give you much of a problem. And we also experienced with the Frontline Commando 2, it does play decently. There is a slight drop of frame rates, but it is not that bad. It also works very well with the games like the Subway Surf. When it comes to the touch screen, it has 5-point multi-touch as we tested it with multi-touch tester. So in terms of specification, it is fairly loaded. A 1.3 GHz quad-core CPU, 1 GB of RAM, 16 GB internal memory. Let me quickly show you the storage that it gets. So on storage, out of the 16 GB, around 12 to 13 GB is available. We have installed some games and apps, and after that 12.6 GB is available. When it was just out of the box, it was around 13 GB. Many of you have asked us on our article that whether it supports OTG pen drives or not. So I'll quickly connect an OTG pen drive here, and as you can see there is no notification over here, and I can also go into settings and storage, and there is no show of this OTG drive here. This means that it does not have inbuilt support for OTG. Maybe you can root it and put some software which can run OTG, but that may void the warranty, so be careful about it. The software version, as you can see here, is the Android Kitkat 4.4.2, which is right out of the box, which is a plus. After the specification, let me also talk about the user interface and the design of the interface of this phone. So as you can see here, it looks very similar to MIUI mysteriously. The iconography as well as the overall look of this phone is very similar to the Mi3 from the front, but from the rear it is very well differentiated. The iconography is similar, the dialer etc. look very stock Android which comes with the Kitkat. So it is not very much customized except for the iconography. If we talk about the apps which come pre-installed, there is not much of a bloatware. There are few games which come pre-installed. The Bubble Blast was pre-installed. There was also Racing Moto which came pre-installed. There is a Torch application and Snapdeal app which has been pre-installed. This is obvious because it is exclusively launched on Snapdeal and they are bundling their own app. Let me also talk about the music playback quality from the earphones. So I tested these earphones with the FM radio. They lack bass, the treble levels are good, the clarity is good. But when I played music on YouTube and music player, the clarity, sound, bass, treble was very balanced. So these earphones are really good for consuming music. The video playback, as you have already seen on YouTube, is fairly good. The viewing angles are great. So this phone is fairly apt for consuming multimedia. Let me also quickly give you a demo of internet surfing. I'll quickly go through our web page. As you can see, the internet browsing experience seems fair. The page load time is fast and there is not much of a stutter in scrolling through the page. There is a bit of jerkiness that I can see in the graphics. You can pinch to zoom, you can see the text very clearly, the legibility is good, the loading times are not that bad. So in terms of browsing internet, it comes very well packed with the kind of specifications that you would want from a budget phone. So we come down to our original question, whether this phone is worth the money, whether is it a good value for money for 8,000 rupees that you want to spend on this phone. I think it is a good value for money considering that it comes with a 5-inch high definition display. You don't find phones in this size category and the kind of display it gives and the specification it gives in this price segment. It runs really well, it gives a very good sleek look, it looks very premium. The build quality and the metal used in this phone is really impressive. I'm really impressed with the way it feels in hand. It does not feel too light or plasticky, it feels solid and sturdy like you are holding something really premium. The camera quality is good. It's an 8 megapixel plus 2 megapixel camera. It comes with autofocus flash and there are also many modes which this camera supports. The sound quality from the speaker is good and the overall visual appeal, performance as well as the value for money proposition of this phone seems very impressive to me. So I'll give it a thumbs up. If you want to purchase this phone, you can get it from Snapdeal. I'm leaving direct links in the description section below as well as on your screen. If we helped you by answering all your questions that you had regarding the Oplus Xonphone 5, do give us a thumbs up by pressing the like button below and please press the subscribe button for the latest videos from Intellect Digest. This is your host Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.